Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah with another lesson. And this one is going to be entitled, Why Do Our People Suffer? You see, because you still have Jake in the mindset of they're just going through all this suffering, we're being oppressed, we're catching all this hell, and it's just a coincidence, and it's not. The scriptures tell us exactly why we go through what we go through as a nation of people, and it's the entire nation. You see, even those of our people who have so-called made it in the society, they're still suffering, man. You see, they're all still subject to the curses, just like the rest of us are. But the scripture lays it out why we go through what we go through, man. So that's what we're going to go into today. And I'm also going to balance it out by reading the reason we go through what we go through, and just to show that it's not going to always be this way, man. The Most High is going to come and deliver us from this condition, because it was never meant for his people to be in this condition forever. It was only for a short amount of time, and he's going to bring us out of this, man. You see? So we're going to start here in Daniel chapter 9 and verse 3. It says, "And I set my face unto the Lord power to seek by prayer and supplications with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. And I prayed unto Yahweh my power, and made my confession and said, O Lord, the great and dreadful power, keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him, and to them that keep his commandments. We have sinned and committed iniquity, and have done wickedly, and have rebelled, even by departing from thy precepts and from thy judgments." This is why we go through what we go through. You see? This is what I can end the lesson right here. We have sinned against our power, man. And how do we do that? We forsook his way. The Most High made a covenant with us that was mediated by Moses, and we said we were going to keep his ways, and guess what we did? We forsook him. And according to that contract the Most High made with us, let's get this real quick. I'm sorry. Deuteronomy 28 in verse 15, it says what? "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." This is what the Most High said would happen if we broke his curses, we forsook his covenant. And that's exactly what we did. So, what happened? All these curses from 16 on down fell upon us, man. And this is why we're in the condition that we're in as a nation of people. That's why there's no harmony amongst our people. You have what? All type of black on black crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime, black on Hispanic crime, Hispanic on black crime, black on Native American crime, Native on Native American crime, so forth and so on, man. All these things go on because that's a part of the curse. We don't own anything. We have to go to our enemy for the one of all things. We somewhere always with our hand out, asking our enemies to take care of us, man. All this is a consequence of us breaking that covenant. We're being punished by the Most High. This is why we suffer the way we suffer. It's all laid out for us in the scriptures. And even though we bring out this information through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, you have the majority of our people who don't want to take heed to it, who are still out here in the earth thinking that they're going to overcome this oppression and this curse by their own power. And that's not the case, man, because the Most High has given us the way back to him. He's given us the way out of this condition, man. But the majority of our people, they don't want it. You see, and they're going to continue to suffer. And it's going to finally accumulate into what? Death by pain, man. But it's laid out right here while we go through what we go through. So let's go back to Daniel 9, and we're going to read through this. It says what? Daniel 9 and 5, we have sinned and have committed iniquity and have done and have done wickedly and have rebelled, even by departing from thy precepts and thy judgments. Because that's what the Most High gave us up under that first covenant. The law, statutes, and commandments. The righteous way to live, man. Verse 6 says what? Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets, which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. This is why the Most High has the prophets set up. This is how he communicates with us, man. You see, the Most High communicates to his people by way of his prophets. We are the Most High's mouthpiece on the earth. You see? And it tells you that real quick. Hosea 12 and 10, it says what? I have also spoken by the prophets and have multiplied visions and used similitude by the ministry of the prophets. This is how the Most High speaks unto the children of Israel, man. The Most High is not going to come out of his dwelling place, which are the heavens, to come down here to talk to you face to face. No, he has his servants set up to teach you or to tell you what he needs you to hear. But our people don't want to hear the prophets, man. Or what did the Most High? What did the Most High even say about that? Real quick. Damn. Where is it, man? Might be thinking about Ezekiel. Damn, I can't remember exactly where it is. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see, Ezekiel 3. Yep, let me see. Well, this is good. We can get this one real quick because it just shows you that the Most High speaks through his prophets. Ezekiel 3 and 4 says, and he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. You see, that's what we're supposed to do. What we're coming with on a daily basis is not our own words, man. These are the words that the Most High is speaking through us by way of the Holy Spirit. I want to find out other one though, man. Let me see. See if I can find it in the cross reference. No. If it come back, I'll pull it out. But if not, it's all good. But let's go back. But this is how the Most High speaks, man. You know, and our people have not taken heed to it still to this day. And this is a constant occurrence amongst the children of Israel going all the way back to the time of Moses, man. You had the rebellions of our people back then. You see? Oh, another one. Before we move on. This is 2 Chronicles 35, if I ain't mistaken. Or it might be 36. Yep. 2 Chronicles 36 and 15, it says, And Yahweh, God of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes means early, and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. You see that? This is why the Most High sends his prophets unto you, because it's a sign of compassion unto you. Because the Most High loves his people. And he gives you a chance to get right with them before he brings the judgment. That's why he sends the prophets out early before all hell breaks loose. But what does the majority of our people do? Verse 16 says what? But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. And that's exactly what's about to happen here in these times. The wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is about to be poured out, and it's gonna be too late for a lot of our people, man. Because when you had ample time to get right with the Lord, you took it for granted. You see. So this is nothing new, man. Our people, the majority of our people, have been doing this from the beginning. Salakia. You see. So it says what? Verse 7, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces as at this day. To the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, which was also a part of the curse. Being driven out of our land is a part of the curse. Us not having a country to call our own is a part of the curse, man. You see? It says, well, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. This is why. This is why we suffer, man. This is why we catch so much hell in the planet Earth. It's all because we forsook our power, man. We forsook our God. We forsook the God of our fathers, man, and this is our punishment. To have these heathen nations ruling over us, man. For us to be in a complete state of disharmony amongst the tribes. This is why we don't have anything, man. No infrastructure, no military, no nothing. The Most High took all that away from us, man. This is a part of the curse because we trespassed against him. Eating our food defiled amongst the Gentiles. We don't know what the hell we eating, man. That's a part of the curse too. Don't the Most High tell you that the children of Israel shall eat their bread defiled amongst the Gentiles? We don't know what the fuck our enemies are putting in this food, man. You see? Verse 8 says what? O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. Verse 9 says what? To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgivenesses, though we have rebelled against them. And what you're witnessing right now is a form of the Most High's mercy, man, because us even having the understanding that we're Israelites is mercy from the Most High. Us being able to have faith in the Lord Yahushua is mercy from the Most High. It's showing that the Most High has forgiven us, man. You see? And he's and he's in the process of restoring us fully back to what? The state of being his sons, man. And it's all been done through the Lord Yahushua, but what you have to understand is only the remnant is going to return. The Most High is only having that mercy upon the remnant, man. Let's show you real quick. Let's get Isaiah. Yep. Isaiah 10 and 20, it says, And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And this is all a part of the Most High's grace and mercy. We're not caught up in the wicked web of Esau, still believing in all his lies, still believing in his pseudoscience, still believing in his false religion, his false doctrines and philosophies. You see? That's mercy from the Most High. We're not staying upon our enemy to teach us anything anymore, man. Especially when it comes to the true understanding of this book. What is the remnant doing now? We're staying upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Holy One of Israel in truth, and that's all a part of the Most High's mercy. He is allowing us to return back unto him through faith in Yahushua. We're in the process of being forgiven, man. Because it's what? As the scriptures tell us, because his mercy endure forever. You see? This is what it is, man. Now it says what? Verse 21. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. You see, once again, that's all the Most High's mercy, because if it wasn't according to the Most High's will, we couldn't return, man. This is all of the Most High's power. No, none of us are returning back unto the Most High because of our own will, man. This is all the Most High's will that's doing this, and this is that's the Most High exhibiting His mercy towards the remnant of His people. That ultimately the Most High is going to have mercy upon all the nation of Israel when it's all said and done. All this wickedness that we've done here on this planet Earth, man, the Most High is going to forgive us fully. You see? Eventually, man. And we know this because that's what's written in prophecy. That's the Most High's will. It tells you, hey, that's a part of the second covenant, that He will remember our sins and iniquities no more. Because His mercy endures forever, man. Because honestly, we deserve to be cut completely off as a nation of people, all this madness we've been doing. But the Most High is forgiving us. It says, verse 22, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return, the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah of hosts shall make in consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. And that goes into the 2/3 being destroyed because what? They refuse to repent and come back to the Lord. They want to continue on in that way, following their wicked forefathers who have been in a constant state of rebellion and transgressing the Most High since Egypt, man. They want to continue to be in that spirit. So what the Most High is going to do is he's going to get rid of them. Now they're going to come back eventually in the kingdom of heaven, but they have to know that the death by pain, because they didn't take the Most High's way out. They wanted to do their own thing, so now they have to pay for their sins and iniquities with their own blood, since they didn't want to accept the sacrifice of Yahweh Shah. You see? So that's why we got to say the Wadi Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah for allowing us to move in the proper spirit, man. But going back, Daniel 9 and 9, it says what? To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgivenesses, though we have rebelled against Him. You see that? Though we rebelled against the Most High, He still put His Spirit upon us and is allowing to walk in His grace to be returned to Him through Yahweh Shah, man. You see? Verse 10 says what? Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our power to walk in His laws, which He set before us by His servants the prophets. There it is. Verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us. And when you go and read those curses in Deuteronomy 28, from 15 through 68, it only, 15 to 68, they only apply to us, man. We're the only nation of people who are really suffering these curses. That's why we're a mocking stock in a laughing stock in the earth, man. We're mocked everywhere we go. Oh, that's a part of the curse, man. You see? Because we transgressed and forsook the ways of the Most High, we are being punished as a nation of people. You see? It says what? And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against Him. Verse 12. And He have confirmed His words, which He said, yeah, man. He said He was going to do it. The Most High is faithful and true. He's done everything anything the Most High is proclaiming He was going to do, He's done it. And that includes punishing His own people. Verse 12 says what? And He have confirmed His words, which He spake against us. Man, He got us, man. He did it, you see? And against, because we thought we were being slick and just doing the wickedness, thinking that nothing was ever going to happen, man. But the Most High the Most High will pull your card quick, man. You see? Because Jake thought it was cool to do wickedness, and look at us now. Hell, look, we about to come into a time of great trouble, and it's more punishment upon the 2/3 of Israel coming, man. You see, because they think they're okay because judgment isn't coming forth speedily. They think it's okay, but little do they know, they're being reserved for a time of great judgment. Because the Most High always he always gets you, man. But Lord willing, we be a part of the remnant, man. We will be exempt from that, Lord willing. So Daniel 9 and 20, I'm sorry, Daniel 9 and 12, and he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. And guess what? More great evil is coming, man. Known as the time of Jacob's trouble. You see? And Lord willing, hey, well, shit, well, it does tell you according to prophecy, if we be a part of that number, and we're going to be exempt from that, man. Because the remnant is trying to get it right. You see, because we understand the bigger picture now. We understand what's going on, man, and that walking in the ways of the heathen nations don't profit us. You see? So verse 13 says what? As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil has come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. And now that we, the Most High is, bringing us back unto him through Yahweh Shah, the remnant, we're in the spirit of repenting, man. We're in the spirit of turning back to the Lord and praying and begging for mercy and salvation, man. But once again, the majority of our people, they're not in that spirit. They're in the spirit to continue on in their ways, man, and it's going to lead to destruction. You see? You're going to see it. It's going to get very, very brutal out here for the majority of our people. You see, but the remnant is in the spirit of wanting to understand this truth and wanting to walk in the right way and wanting to do what the Most High tells us to do as best as we can until the Lord Yahweh Shah comes to make us perfect. This is our hope. You see? The 2/3 of our people, they don't have this hope in them. They're hoping that America continues on. And for that to happen, well, but before the kingdom of heaven to come, America can't be here. America has to be destroyed. But the majority of our people are not in that spirit of wanting the Most High's will to be done. You see? 14 says what? Therefore have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah watched upon. Therefore have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah power is righteous in all his works which he doeth. For we obeyed not his will. So everything the Most High did unto us, man, is completely righteous. It's well deserved. He laid it out for us from the beginning. If you follow my way, you'll be blessed. And if you depart from my way, you're going to be punished. We departed from the way, and he brought the curses upon us as a punishment. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was righteous. He upheld what he said. He upheld his end. We failed on our part, man. You see, but now the remnant is in the spirit of what? Getting it right. You see? At least to the best of our ability. Lord, when we're a part of that number, we're trying to get it right. Because we know that the Most High's way is the right way. We've seen everything that the heathen have to offer, man. We got the records of what happens when we walk after the ways of the heathen. It never ends good for us. You see, and now the Most High's put the spirit into the remnant to understand and know that, man. And what are we doing? Fuck the heathen. We're gonna walk in the Most High's way. I'm gonna stumble and fall as I do it, but guess what? I'm not gonna give up. You see, because this is the right way. The Most High's will is right, man. How the Most High wants things to be ran is right, and it's gonna benefit the entire creation. Once the Lord Yahweh Shah comes to set things up. That's the spirit that the remnant is in, man. Saying to hell with these heathen, man, because look at us. We out here following these fucking heathen. They're here prospering and living it up, ruling over us and shit. And where we at? On the bottom. Made to be third-class citizens. This is what we get when we follow the ways of the heathen, man. You see? Treated like shit with the Most High's foot in our ass. This is not it, man. You see? The heathen treat us like shit, and the Most High allows these heathen to put their foot in our ass. Now the remnant is getting it. You see? Verse 15 says what? And now, O Lord our power, that has brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and has gotten thee renown, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. So it's laying it out, man. Plain and simple. This is why we go through what we go through. You see that? This is why you walk around with a pocket full of money with your slave master's face on it. That's a punishment. Family structure completely out of order, dismantled. That's a punishment. Your women hating you, that's a punishment. Your children not respecting you, that's a punishment. You see? Dying at fucking young age, that's a punishment, man. Having heart disease and your body failing, that's all a punishment from the Most High because of our wickedness, man. You see? But with all that being said, the Most High is gonna bring us into that expected end, man. You know? So yeah, he's punished us, but he's also going to reverse, you see, all this evil that he's put upon us by bringing us into that expected end, because that's what it's all leading to. It's all going to come full circle, you see? And that's the hope that the remnant have in them, that the Most High is going to send Yahawashi back to deliver us from this condition, because that's what he promised to do. And we believe on that through faith, man. It's not going to always be this way. We're not going to always be ruled over by the heathen nations. We're not going to always be on the bottom. We're not going to always be exiled from the land that the Most High gave unto our forefathers. You see, which runs from the Nile River to the Euphrates River. That portion of land belongs to us. We're going back to that eventually, man, because that was always the Most High's end game. Yeah, he put complete hell upon us, but guess what? He's going to take us from this condition, man. You see? And that's the hope that we have in us. Yeah, it gets hard some days, but having this hope, it allows us to continue to fight because we have a goal set before us, man. We have a goal. The Most High has revealed unto us the vision. He showed us the end. He showed us what it's going to be when it's all said and done. And we believe on it through faith that it's going to be exactly what the Most High says, because his words are faithful and true. So we're gonna read this and we're gonna wrap it up, man. So this is Jeremiah 29:11. It says what? For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace. You see that? And not of evil, to give you an expected end. So just like the Most High brought this evil upon us, he's gonna bring complete peace upon us, and he's gonna bring us into those blessings. That's what we read about in Deuteronomy 28:1-14. So just like we're up on the Deuteronomy 28:15-68 right now, the Most High is going to take us from that condition and bring us into Deuteronomy 28:1-14. Go and read it. He's going to bring us up under the blessings. He's going to bring us into immortality, complete righteousness, man. You see, that's the thoughts that the Most High has towards us. You see, that expected end. This is the end game, man. But we had to go through this low point as a nation to be glorified beyond anything the world has ever seen before, man. And it's going to be amazing, you know. And amazing doesn't even do what the Most High is going to bring us into justice. You see, verse 12 says what? Then shall ye call upon me. You see that? Then shall you call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And this is what the Most High is doing right now, man. The remnant is praying and calling out unto him, and he's hearkening unto us. And this is why we see these days flying by, because he's speeding up the time for the elect's sake, so he can get us up out of this condition to bring us into what he wants us to be, what he's always wanted us to be when it's all said and done. You see? A nation of kings and priests, and we're going to rule on the earth in righteousness, to uplift and exalt the almighty power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. This is why he's hearkening unto us, man. This is why we see America in the condition that it's in, and it's just getting worse by the day. It's time for this place to go down, and it's time for us to come into power. according to the Most High's will, according to prophecy. Verse 13 says what? And ye shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with all your heart. And that's what the remnant is doing. Seeking after the Most High, man. That's why you see the men of the Lord on a constant grind of what? Pushing out these videos. Going out down the highways and byways. You see? Constantly pushing forth this word, man. That's how we search for the Most High with all our hearts. Confessing this and testifying this in the midst of our enemies, man. Leaving off from all the bullshit our enemies taught us to walk in the ways of the Most High to the best of our ability. You see? Putting forth an effort, man. Actually trying. Failing. You see? Because we fall short of the glory each and every day. But we still get up and answer the bell each day. You see? To continue to strive for that perfection. And it will happen once the Lord Yahushua comes to save us, man. We will be perfected. Now, verse 14 says what? And I will be found of you. You see that? All made possible through the Lord Yahushua. It says what? And I will be found of you, saith Yahweh, and I will turn away your captivity. You see that? That's what's happening now. We're in the process of that happening now. You see? It says what? And I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places where I have driven you, saith Yahweh. You see? So from all the lands that he scattered us, you see, by putting us up under those curses, he's going to send Yahweh back to gather us up. You see? Into that chariot. That's that great multitude you read about in Revelation 7, if I ain't mistaken. The great multitude is talking about the Israelites, the Most High, the remnant of the nation of Israel that the Most High promised to save from all the lands of our captivity, from all throughout the earth. You see? And what is he going to do? And I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive. And that's what? The land that the Most High gave unto our forefather Abraham. Once again, that stretches from the Nile River to the Euphrates. That land belongs to us. That's our portion of land that the Most High gave us in the earth, and he's going to bring us back into it as he's promised unto our forefathers. And he's going to give it to us for everlasting inheritance. This is what the Most High is about to do for us, man. Even after all the rebellion we displayed against the Most High, he's still going to do this for us because what? He's going to make us perfect. And we're going to be good. You see? Verse 15 says, well, because ye have said, Yahweh have raised us up prophets in Babylon. And this is what the prophets have come to let you know. That even though we go through all this stuff we go through as a nation of people, that the Most High is going to bring it all to an end. You see? And bring us into that expected end that he's promised unto us, man. And this is the hope that the remnant have in us. So this is why we're being punished. But when it's all said and done, the Most High is going to take us from this condition. You see? Just got to continue to move in faith. And it's going to be fulfilled in due time. Because we know the Most High doesn't lie. At Numbers 23 and 19. Hebrews 6 and 10, if I ain't mistaken. So just hold on, man. Just hold on. Hey, and before you know it, we'll be perfected. We'll be back in the full, you know what I'm saying, grace of the Most High. And so with that, man, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.